Hey, let's get it. Today, all my brothers, all my sisters, all my kings and queens, let me just fix it a bit. As you can see by the topic, firstly, let me start by saying today is the 1st of July 2025, second half of the year. Time is about almost 4:30 p.m. I thought I should just come here and talk about the title. As you can see it, Handsome Man's Game. You have to be responsible with your attractiveness. So what do I mean? Let me talk about it. I don't like that. Okay, I think this is much better. Let's get it. I got me a gym membership last month, right? Today is the first day, so basically a couple days ago. And I've been up in the gym maybe about 3 times now. Yesterday, which was Monday, right? Today is Tuesday. Yesterday, I was up at the gym and I'm out there, I'm on the treadmill, and a white lady, she was old. And why I say that, because she said that to me, because I ended up talking to her, right? But anyways, this white lady. But basically, yeah, what I want to say is I was on the treadmill, then I saw her going past. I was there about 2:30 p.m. to 3 o'clock. So there's not many people in the gym, right? Most people get off work later. I'm someone who gets off early, so I was able to be in the gym at that time. But yeah, there's not many people in the gym. But yeah, like this certain lady, I was on the treadmill. Then as she walked past, she looked at me, gave me a little smile. I knew what was up, you know what I'm saying? To just talk more about the situation, she went to another side, she went again. Then as she was coming back, I was running the treadmill for the second time. And she's like, all you're doing is running, right? When she paused, I ended up going to her section, and then we're just talking. She told me I should run the comrades. Basically, but white lady, she looked almost, I'd be pushing it to say 60, but over 50. She's quite thin, if I could say. Yeah, you can see her face is pretty wrinkled up. I won't say pretty, but wrinkled up. Anyways, the thought hit me after all these years I've been alive is that, you know what? As I was running on the treadmill, I came to the conclusion that God blessed me with good looks. Now I've been affirmed by so many people, and it's something I know about myself, but I don't have an ego about it, right? And you see, I just come back from the barber, but I feel like he flopped me. Anyways, you can see for yourself. I always rating myself, it's an 8 plus, right? I know that I'm that attractive by the girls I've attracted, and just the caliber of women that show me, that be choosing basically. But yeah, like it just hit me, or I thought that God blessed me with this handsomeness, this attractiveness, because he knew that I'd be able to handle it and to be responsible. And that's what I'm calling on everyone else to do. Mainly for the brothers, I can't talk from a sister's perspective or give advice to sisters, because I feel like their whole game is to weaponize their looks, right? That's how I see it, because mainly us guys are attracted to girls for the looks. So they weaponize it. But as for us guys, those of y'all who are handsome, God has blessed us, I believe, with this attractiveness. And He knew that we will be responsible with it. So what do I mean by that? You know, me being as attractive as I think I am, right? Even though maybe y'all won't consider me attractive, me believing that I am attractive, there's a certain way I have to move. And what I mean by that is, you know, it's crazy. I come across girls, you know, obviously I do my best to look smacks, to look my best. But I see the reaction people give me. I see how people look at me. I see the effect I have, right? So I can choose to be an asshole or to be kind, if I can put it like that. It's like having money. You can choose to stunt on people or be humble, right? But yeah, from my side, I just run into different situations and it has me questioning. You know, this also could be to, you know, I'm retained up, you know what I'm saying? I've been on my semen retention journey. I'm 2 weeks plus now, right? It could be the aura. It could be because I'm a child of God. You know, His presence goes with me. But yeah, the experiences I have, I want to talk about a couple of them. So, firstly, I was at Cresta Woods. I was buying socks that day. I bought socks. Yeah, mainly just socks. Yeah, I remember I bought mainly socks. And I'll be dressing good. You know, I'll be dripping. I'll be trying my best. Not even trying, I'll be doing my best. And I also have to add, you know, like, because I believe I was born to rap, I carry myself as a rapper. That's how I see myself. And I believe that maybe not now, but I will be famous, right? So I already carry myself as I am famous. I know I'm going to the top. So that also plays a part. But at Woolworths buying socks, so cashier is a woman. You know, we talk, it's all nice. Hi, you know, she rings up my stuff, I pay. As I'm walking off, she was like, Did you do you know who that is? To her other cashier. She was like, Do you know who that is? Yeah, he acts on this show. And you know, cause I heard it, I walked away thinking like, what? Now I know for sure you know I'm not an actor, but like it just got me questioning. This is the second time this happened to me, right? First time was quite a while back, maybe some years ago. I pulled up to another spa by Eagle Canyon, if y'all know where that is. And yeah, that lady was like, yeah, he's on TV. After I just left from the cashier's place, from basically buying whatever I bought, she was like, yeah, he's on TV. Yeah, he's on TV. And I was like, so it got me thinking, I was like, do I look that good? You know what I'm saying? That people be out here thinking I'm famous. You know what I'm saying? It runs through your mind. And with that thought, you can also, it's just that for me, I feel like I'm rooted in Christ, but I could turn to an asshole because I understand the power of my looks, right? So basically, yeah, this happened where they were like, yeah, I'm on TV. another situation, I went to my dentist because I had a problem, but I ended up cleaning my teeth. She has a new assistant, right? So this assistant is a lady, black lady, maybe in her 30s. Yeah, so I get in, you know what I'm saying? It's the first time I'm meeting her. They do my teeth basically. Then when we finish, she's like, "Where do I know you from?" It's like, "What do you do? Do you?" She said in Zulu, right? But she was like, "Do you make music? Do you act? Uyacula, TV?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm just a normal guy. I don't like saying I rap or I make music because I feel like it will give them the impression that I'm already famous, but they just forgot me type of vibe. It's like, because I don't have no music videos out, it's like I'd rather be like I'm trying to get into the space. But yeah, I do it, right? But yeah, it's like I never like to confirm it because I feel like I'm giving people a false perception, right? Because I know if I'm like, yeah, I make music, she's instantly gonna treat me different, treat me like I'm a celebrity, whereas I'm not what she imagines, right? But yeah, she was like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "Nah, just a normal guy." She's like, "Nah, but I must know you from somewhere. Do you live around here?" I was like, "Yeah, I live around here." She's like, "Yeah, I think I know you from somewhere." And you know, when she had said this, my natural, how I think, right? Because I move knowing that I'm attractive. So my thought of mind is, nah, that was just BS, you know what I'm saying? She was just finding a way to talk to me. But then I also question is, could that be the case? Because I'm like, no ways I'm seen so high, you know what I'm saying? Is my looks getting me there? You feel what I'm saying? But then again, I also have a lot of jewelry, as you can see, a few of my chains. So it's like I do give maybe the perception of being somebody quote unquote famous. But like, yeah, it gets me thinking. Another situation. Wait, I wanted to talk about it. Wait. Yes, so now, but I think this was because of my clothes. I was at a shoe store some time back and I was looking at the shoes. You know, they have different types of brands and all of that. And yeah, that lady was on some, yeah, do you make music? And I was like, I think I said no because, but she also said in Zulu, "Uyacula." And I was like, nah, I don't. Then she was kind of just giving me this funny look, like, you lying, like you're trying to keep yourself low key. So yeah, like, you know, I've been affirmed, and to kind of give you guys more stories. There's specific instances I remember. Yeah, back in high school, there was another brother. I forgot his name. He was one of the brothers that had failed. I'd be pushing it to say a couple times, but maybe he had failed maybe twice, and like he was a bit older than us, but in our grade. And yeah, like he pulled up on me one day and he's like, I was the guy with the woman. Basically, how he said it in Zulu is like, the guy that has the girls. And this time, you know, I was getting no girls at all. So I was just like, oh, it must be he thinks I'm handsome, right? You know what I'm saying? I was at my barber, another barber, right? I won't lie, like, personally, I feel like I related to the brother. He was very soft. I feel like a good guy, but like haircuts, his weren't the best. But anyway, yeah, one time he gave me a haircut. And then when he had finished, he was on some, hey, just make sure you don't finish the woman. Hey, leave some for us. And I was, I hit a little laugh with it. I remember one of the brothers, we no more talk, we no more brothers like that. But yeah, he was saying he remembers a time I had pulled up to them. This was in Brom, right? Or they had pulled up to my school. I was in college at that time. And he was saying, yeah, the way I was dripping, he's like, oh, I know. Plus, coupled in with my looks, I was like, nah, you be out here pulling the women, dog. You be out here. And it's funny because, I always thought of myself as average. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, I understood that I was a little bit attractive, but I didn't see the hype, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but all these people saying these things, especially the men, you know what I'm saying? It got me thinking that I've truly been blessed. A situation happened at work a couple of days ago. It must have been last week. I'm not sure when. There's this guy, he looked homeless, you feel me? So at work, where I sit by the reception, it's a clear glass and I can see people on the outside, right? Something like this, as you guys can see. So he pulled up by the clear glass and he was busy, like, he wasn't licking like the glass, but he was making those expressions. He was pointing at me. It's like, I want you type of vibe. And I was just looking at the brother and I'm like, what the hell is going on? I was dripping that day, I won't even lie. But like, I was honestly just looking and like, for me, I understood, funny enough, I was like, oh, this is why women don't like being lusted over. It's like, it felt like he wasn't seeing me. He was seeing what I don't know, like what I am, if I could say. Like, he was just seeing my flesh. He wasn't seeing me the way, he was. Yeah, crazy enough, he was just going in. I looked at him for a couple of seconds. Yeah, they ended up bouncing because patients came. But yeah, I was just like, damn, like, it's so weird. Like, there's a gay guy at work. There's two gay brothers. One of them is always smiling and greeting me, like just the smile. Another one, he's always, if I say always, but like, he's always blinking at me. And this time he's got a wedding ring, right? He's blinking. Oh, basically, yeah, he's winking. I'm saying blinking. He's winking at me almost every time I go past. He winks at me and then he smiles. And I find it weird because I've never came upright and be like, hey, I'm straight. I don't play none of that BS. I just, I don't know, like, not that I like it. I just always sit back and I think, what the hell is going on? You feel me? Then to move on from there, married woman. I hate that it has to be the married woman, but like, yeah, certain, I've told my attraction stories, but a certain lady, there's a new girl now that came, so where I work, but like, so I could be like, she's in second place. I'd still take her because she's black, right? I like, obviously, women, I feel like for my own race. But yeah, like, she was married. She was the nicest. She was giving me, she was choosing, you know what I'm saying? Went as far as to holding my hand. And these things changed me because now that she's showed that, what, she's the nicest and she's feeling me, it's hard for me to settle with an average chick, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, if this type of caliber of woman is attracted to me, I just have to find me another one, you feel me? But they're out here, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's crazy. While I was telling that story, it made me think about, there's this other girl. Now actually that doesn't really matter, right? That story doesn't matter. But anyways, yesterday at the first time I was at the gym, there was this other sister. I'll just put it like that in case any of them watch my video so they don't know who they are. There was this sister. Yeah, I'm mainly between two areas in the gym because I'm there for quite a long time. I want to work my body out in a certain way. So I'm not hitting weights at the moment. So like there's two places I frequent. It's either treadmill or there's another place where I'm doing my push-ups, I'm skipping. Yeah, but like I was on the treadmill, then she walked past going to that place where I was just at. My bad. And she gave me like a smile. So I was like, oh, this is what they're talking about when they choosing in the gym, you know. Funny enough, because I didn't pull up on her, every other time I've been back to the gym, she hasn't been looking at me, which I'm okay with, you know what I'm saying? Because I know what it is. And especially at the gym, I don't want to really get romantic with anyone because I see that it's gonna be hard. You know, like, just the saying that says don't where you eat, right? If you guys know what I'm saying. It always comes to my mind when I think about pursuing any girl at the gym. You know, second time I was at the gym, as I said, I've been there 3 times. Second time I was at the gym, an Indian lady, yeah, working out, like in my vicinity, right? I can't say she was there for me, but like, I just took it as choosing. You know, this yesterday when I was at the gym, right? Also a white sister, about, I could say a little bit younger than me. I'm 26. So she could be about 24, not that young, but like, yeah, 24, 25. I was, what is it, by the treadmill. Is it a treadmill? But yeah, it is a treadmill. I was by the treadmill. Then she also pulled up by the treadmill. Then I went to where I was doing my push-ups and all. And she pulled up close as well. So now I understand what brothers say when they say a certain chick follows you. Even though like with her, even though she kept frequenting me, when I would look at her, she was giving me like a focused, I don't even see you vibes. You know, that type of energy. But like, you know, I've been affirmed so many times. Like, I have to talk about this certain sister. She's also at the gym, right? And why not just put it all out there? So, yeah, she's the receptionist. And thing about it is, I really do like her. I really do. Like, I don't know her. And I don't like her as like her. But like, from what I've seen about her, I like her qualities, right? She's nice. She's nice. She's yellow bone, right? She's maybe a bit younger than me, in her 20s. I'd say maybe 24, 23. Could be 25. You know what I'm saying? Or my age. But she looked a little bit younger. You know, she signed me up, right? When I had pulled up to ask about gym membership. You know, she was real smiley. You know, that was so funny, man. Like, I have to put it out there since I'm making this video, man. So she was asking for ID, driver's license. So she's like, yeah, put your hands up, let me get your ID. Or I don't know, she cracked like a joke like that, which was funny, man. Like, I laughed. But like, you could, she showed that she was choosing. What else? Yeah, she was touching me, right? Maybe twice. And why I talk about this topic is, even when she was touching me, I had the choice to make it known, right? Or the choice to be like, why the hell you touching me? You know what I'm saying? Or to just basically have the power. I look at it as having the power women have, right? It's like, honestly, when she was touching me, I could have been like, hey, don't touch me. And it would have set like this boundary, like, what? Like, I can't even touch you. But like, I feel like I'm that attractive that I can set that boundary. Whereas obviously, like with probably an ugly nigga, quote unquote, they wouldn't even want to touch him. But like, I have that privilege. And like, when she was touching me, she didn't touch me like excessively. But like, I let it slide. I didn't even pay attention to it because I didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable. It's like, because I saw, like, as I said, I do like her myself. I saw the vibe. I didn't want to, what can I say? Make her uncomfortable in any way. Make her feel like I'm shutting her down, right? For her efforts. Even though they were low key. So yeah, you have a responsibility. But yeah, with her, man, I really like her. But the thing is, I'm like, we go to the same gym. And I know women are, as Casey Zander was saying, they'll find any reason to leave you. Which I'm okay with, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like if you feel like I'm not good enough for you, I'm not the one for you, let's be out each other's lives. But now that the gym is so small, I frequent the gym, I just can't afford, honestly, to have like a messed up, a weird type of situation. So what I choose to do, I feel like the best choice, I haven't done it as much, but it's going to have to be the friend zone, because otherwise it's going to be messed up. But I tell you all these stories, like, I remember a certain girl where I work. I had pulled up with my colorful jacket. You'll see it in previous videos. And she was like, man, I love that jacket. I was like, nah, thank you. She's like, nah, you're dripping. You feel me? I was like, nah, I'm trying. Then she's like, nah, you're supposed to say, yeah, I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? And I understand what she wants from me. Like, that's why I say I could pull off a cocky asshole persona. It's just that I know God, right? But yeah, it's like, I say all that to say, I believe God trusted me with this attractiveness, because I know, right, through my many years of experience, and I'm only getting better, I'm only getting more attractive, my body is only gonna get better, my money is only gonna go up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my chains are only gonna get fatter, my jewelry is only gonna buzz more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I understand that God has blessed me and all of us, right, who are attractive men, with the responsibility of letting women down properly. It's like, even that lady giving me in the gym who was choosing, or all women who choose on me, right? I believe I'm only gonna be with one woman, right? I'm gonna get married, be with one woman, and if she passes away, or if I have to divorce her, because of her unfaithfulness. Obviously, I'll be with other women, but I'm not looking to sleep with women, right? Out of respect to God. So the reality is, I've learned, and I've had to learn to let women down, right? Whether it be, as I'm saying, the friend zone, or I have to let a lot of women down for different reasons. It's like, I'm thinking of a girl now at work. She's about 30, 31. Her body, she's short. Her body is banging, right? Slim, thick, black girl. Black lady, if I could say. But the reality is, okay, I find her sexually attractive. I don't want her to be my wife. She doesn't give me wife material. So it's like, yes, I'm attracted, but like, it's just hey, how are you? I'm good, how are you? That's all it's ever gonna be. There's another lady at work. Man, that ass is... and the truth is, that ass is fat, but like, she's also black, thick. Not thick as in thick, but like, kind of like a thick, right? But yeah, it's like, I'm not gonna sleep with her. She's way too old to be my wife, personally. So it's like, just keep it on a hey. But I'm attracted to her. I just have to be responsible. It's like, I have to watch what I do. There's certain things I can't say. I remember I was talking to Ntando, right? It's a girl I was friends with, but I cut her off because I feel like she wasn't living up to the standard I wanted. I was telling her about another girl, right? By my workplace. So what had happened in that situation with this other girl, she had a ring on her middle finger, right? So me being like, there's a lot of things I think, there's a lot of things I say, but I say them playfully, but then again, I know what I'm doing, right? So I'm really on and I won't say I hate it. I have to control how flirty I am, right? I was even thinking about this today. There's another girl at work. Let me just tell the story. There's another girl at work, right? And with that other girl, she's also been choosing. She's much older. She's been choosing, right? With her, I remember I knew her name because my boss had said it. Then I was like, oh, hey Al, hey Al. So she might know who she is, but hey Al. Oh yeah, she had come to the practice. So I was like, oh boss, Al is here for you. She's like, oh, I didn't even know you knew my name. Hi, Mduduzi. Or I didn't even know you knew my name, Mduduzi. I didn't know she knew mine, right? But like, I understood that she thought I didn't know hers because she sees me as attractive, and she sees that if I wanted to, I could be a quote-unquote asshole, right? So I feel like with her experience of guys who are attractive, she learned to play it safe because she knows that if the ego is not checked, I can go off. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I really can go off. Like, I feel like if I really wanted to, I'd be doing damage. That's what I'm saying. I'd be doing damage. But anyways, yeah, with this lady I'm talking about, with her, I also like her, right? But she's got children. She's too old for me. So it's like, best thing I can do is just greet her. But like, if I just feel like flirting with her because she also flirts with me, but I've never flirted like she was like, hey lovey, or yeah, hey lovey, and I'm just like, hi. But then I could be also like, now I was thinking of saying, hey Standwa. But like, I have to watch that because words, they mean lots to women, and especially when I don't mean the words, that could mean a lot more because it could make them chase me, if I could say. Yeah, but as I was talking to Ntando about another girl where I work. And with that other girl, she had, right, and shout out to her, me and her are close, but like, she had a ring on her middle finger, and I knew she was dating, right? So I was like to her, is that a ring? Is that an engagement ring? Oh, you're off the market already. When I had already seen that it was on the middle finger, I was just playing around. But she's like, this is not an engagement ring. Oh yeah, I was like, no, actually I was like, is that an engagement ring? I'm asking for someone. What did I say? I'm asking. Oh, does that mean you're off the market? Us who are interested want to know. Something like that, being playful. She's like, this is not an engagement ring. I'm still in the game, what I'm saying? She didn't say it like that, but like basically. So it just let me know that, yeah, then Ntando was saying, you can't flirt like that. Like, you have to, it's gonna give an impression that you want her. And I knew that already, but like, that's what I've realized. It's like, I even have to hold myself back because I just can't do anything. Everything has to be watched. Everything has to be calculated. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is the path as an attractive guy. Or you're going to give people false hope. Mainly girls. But you have to be calculative. You have to be calculating. Like, I calculate everything. Should I look at this girl? Should I say hi? It's like, I recently also, there's a girl at work. Funny enough, wait, I just want to talk about this, with Ntando. Since I already mentioned her name, now that I look at the situation, right, we were friends, but like, I had said to her when I had cut her off, I was like, you know what? I can't keep you as a friend because you're not living up to you're not living up to the expectations. And I'm not gonna date you, right? Because we talked and I see that you're not ready for a relationship. Then she was like to me, you just confused me there because we were just two acquaintances getting to know each other, right? Totally, which this is how I felt as well. But, right, it's funny how I feel like with her, she was kind of, that was the, women always, and it's been said by other people, women always want to have deniability. That's why they don't straight up approach you. They want to be like, no, I was just making conversation. And with her, it's funny that I was watching another video and this girl was just talking about if these are the signs that a girl likes you, right? Even though I wasn't interested, I was watching it because another guy, he was reacting to it, right? But like, one of the signs is when a girl includes you in something. And it's funny I have to, since I'm putting it all out there, Ntando always was including us. And I didn't understand it, right? Like, we would see each other and then she'd be like, you know what, we should do this. We should do this. And I was like, yeah, now, why not? You know what I'm saying? Even last time I went out with her, she's like, we're talking and then she's like, yeah, I'm going here. We should go. And I always just wondered, like, where it came from. I was like, I didn't understand it. Like, I don't know if you guys will get me, but I couldn't fathom it. But, like, looking back at it, I feel like she did like me, but, obviously, she wasn't going to come out and say it. Coupled with some other things that I know. But, yeah, like, I have to say, like, I say all that to say, at the end of the day, I feel like I moved the way I moved with her because I had to be responsible with my attractiveness. I was like, because I knew, like, I'm always down to do friendship with a woman that I can do friendship with. Like, even if I find you attractive and you don't want me, I can be friends with you, but I'm gonna be strictly platonic. And with women, I've seen that it's not always the case, right? It's like they can be friends with you, and this isn't my case, but it could be a 50-50. Like, I could make it out the friend zone. Anyways, I just had to speak on that. You know, like, there's many more stories, not to blow my own horn, but like, I've been confirmed that I'm attractive. I walk around like I'm attractive. And I was saying to, I don't know who I was saying to it to, but I was like, I think it was in a video. I was like, you know, I've always thought of myself as just like an 8, you know what I'm saying? But like, now I'm starting to feel like an 8.59, you feel me? But yeah, it's like just the different situations I've been in. Certain other girl, R. With R, I was just thinking about this, right? Because I think a lot, and she had said that she knows her husband. She's not married yet, but God showed her husband. Okay. So I was like, you know, automatically that puts me in the friend zone. Come on, like, where else would I fit in, right? And plus, this time we all believers. But funny thing with R is, as I explained, you know, there's in other videos that you'll have to find, do the math. She pulled up when I had taken her out with a wig. Was it a weave? But like, I don't know, like, she didn't have to get that, what can I say? She didn't have to eat like that, you know, that's the new language. Another situation I'm remembering is, we were doing a Zoom meeting, right? And I thought it was gonna be video because I was like, obviously. Then she didn't want to show her face. She was like, nah, I'm not prepared. I have to be prepared. You know, I represent Christ. And not to bash her. But like, for me, I'm like, adding 1 + 1, I'm like, she obviously felt something, or there was a reason she was doing that. Like, because it was just us, we the homies, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, girls. So I say all that to say, because I'm attractive, girls respond a certain way to me. I was also thinking yesterday, funny enough, one of the things that gives that a girl likes me, right, is when a girl just starts acting weird. Like, I remember I was pulling out the gym, and then another receptionist, right? There's many receptionists. And not to talk bad about her, but like, I see her as average, right? But yeah, like, as I approached to go out, like, as I was still going there, she was just kind of shuffling, kind of nervous. Then I said bye. Then she also said bye with a smile. So I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she's also attracted, right? One of the girls I know, she stays in the same place. I thought we weren't talking, right? On my side, like, there's no friendship. She doesn't like me like that, and that's cool, but like, there's no friendship, right? Whereas then I thought there could be a friendship. Also, her, I'm pulling up. I thought she wasn't gonna greet me. She greeted me with a smile. I'm like, why do girls be acting so funny? But like, Yeah, so that's like for me, like, and that's what I've always seen when women just start acting weird. It gives it away that okay, no, she likes me. I just want to talk about this situation. I remember I pulled up. Yeah, now I was at work. A certain lady pulled up with her man. Right, they were patients. So I sit them down. I'm like, okay, Doc will be with you. She was like to me, was it you that I just talked to on the phone? I'm like, nah, you talk to Doc directly. Then she's like, where can I talk to you? Or like, yeah, where can I talk to you? Or where's your number? Something like that. Like, she was with her man. Where's your number? And I remember I was like, immediately put me in an awkward situation because I had the chance to flirt, but I'm like, it's too messy at my place of work. She was older. They were both older. So it's like, I was just like, nah, right now, only Doc gets the calls or only he takes the calls. But I'm just like, like some women are upfront, some women, it's like a side thing. I say all that to say we're at 46 minutes. God has given me the responsibility to turn down women, because as I said, like I feel like I'm only gonna be with one woman. I'm gonna do my best, also with the favor and the blessing of the Lord. I'm gonna have a long-standing marriage until I die. So yeah, I'm gonna be with one woman. I have to let down every other girl, even though I like, the heart likes what it likes, right? I like certain girls, even with married women. Like, we share a bond I share a bond with certain married women, but like, I'll never overlook the fact that she's married. Like, there'll never be in me that desire to be like, even if she jumps the gun and like she tries to kiss me or just something, I can't play along because I've been blessed with the responsibility to shine, to be attractive, but like to also allow these girls to understand that, okay, this is a godly man of God. This is how I move. Just because he's attractive doesn't mean he's gonna... Yeah, it doesn't mean you can have him, right? Yeah, I feel like, honestly, let me just do this one time. Yeah, it's like, not from an ego perspective, but like, you can't have me. Sometimes, in most situations, you're not allowed, right? Like, I can't sleep with you. No matter if I feel it, I can't sleep with you. So you can't have me. If you're married, you can't have me. If you have a partner, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I've been given the responsibility to let girls down gently. I've been given the responsibility to allow girls to see that, okay, there is a guy of this caliber of looks, plus he's living godly as he's supposed to. This is possible for you if you live right. Because as I say, it's like I tweeted the other day that I believe most women can't keep a man. A lot of girls who wanted me and could have had me fumbled me, right? So there's a lot of girls. I'm not someone... Yes, I want a beautiful wife, an 8 above, right, in terms of looks, coupled in with her personality and everything else. But I'm not too picky. It's like a lot of girls really could have had me, but like, girls are not willing to... I won't say chase me, but like, even just the bare minimum. It's like, what's wrong with y'all? But then I also came to the understanding that since girls are so desired for sex, right, by guys, I also have it in me. It's just that what do? I resist, as the Bible says, resist the devil and he shall flee. Since us as guys come towards women, that's their game. You know what I'm saying? Their game is to just basically play hard to get, in a sense. But they don't understand that if a guy is not after you sexually first, right? Because at the end of the day, I still want to sleep with you. I just want to do it right. They have no game. They don't know how to keep a man. They even just the bare minimum. Girls don't. I don't know. Like they think they have all the power when they don't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got leverage over here, baby. Hey, mister. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like. Yeah, so I feel like I've been blessed. And also, if you're watching as a handsome brother, or if you believe you're attractive, yeah, you've just been blessed with the responsibility to, come to think about it. It's funny enough, I was also thinking to myself, is like, because I get a lot of compliments and I'm overhyping myself, so take this with a grain of salt. I get a lot of compliments. I get a lot of women coming at me, even though it's through like maybe just conversation. I've learned to deflect, right? Like, I've really learned to deflect certain conversations. Like, even the lady at the gym, like, when she had came past the second time, she's like, you only running the treadmill. Like, I already knew, like, in whatever way, or whatever she says to me other than this, I'm going to have to deflect, right? Like, I've learned to deflect girls choosing on me. I've just learned to be a deflector because I feel like I have to, right? It's like, at the end of the day, as I say, I can find you sexually attractive, but like, I'm not going to sleep with you. Some women are wives. Some women are taken. So it's just, I just have to constantly deflect, right? I have to sometimes act in a way where she'll be unattracted to me, but it's a good thing because I don't want her to be attracted to me. But not in an asshole way. Another girl who works around where I work, because I'm off WhatsApp, she's like, you blocked me again. And I'm like, I haven't even blocked her once. Yeah, I really haven't. But like, you see, like, because I'm so conscious of the fact that I'm attractive and the impact I leave in people's lives, I always have to be pleasant, especially because I represent God. I have to be pleasant in my speech. I always have to deflect in the right way, right? I always have to, although I'm speaking so confidently here, in person, I do a lot of downplaying, like, of myself. So I don't walk around like I know I'm the one, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, I understand my value. And the only reason I've had to come to this point, which I've also realized, is because so many women were coming at me and, giving me attention, and, some of them were leaving me kind of feeling weird in a way where, like, she'd give me attention, then she'd pull back. It just left me confused that I had to understand that, okay, you're attractive. You have to go about things a certain way. So I've had to know my value because women showed me that I have value. As I said, I don't have a lot of money yet. So these things just confused me, like, what's going on? But like, I understand now, okay, it's my attractiveness. But yeah, like, I've had to learn to downplay myself, I always act humble. I'm always humble with it, like, honestly. It's like, yes, I believe I'm handsome, but like it'll only be out of defense for me to take that mental framework. Like now on Chaser, I'm I've got value myself, you know what I'm saying? If she's trying to bait me, you know what I'm saying, or just confuse me, that's where I'll have to, okay, you're attractive. But yeah, it's like, it's crazy. It's like, I know I make it sound extra crazy, but like, I've had a lot of attraction, and we have to be responsible. And like, just with everything I've said, the conclusion is God knew I was going to be responsible. That's why he blessed me with being handsome. And I am responsible. I'm not sleeping with girls. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not sexually advancing at any girls. I'm not giving girls false hope where it's so easy to do, right? I'm not, you know, like there's a certain girl who wanted me and I turned her down because she wasn't giving wifey, right? She works where I work. After that, you know, she stopped kind of greeting me. And yeah, just last week, she just started really greeting me, you know what I'm saying? So I have to greet her back. I can't ignore her now, even though I find her sexually attractive, but like, not gonna sleep with her. I can't just ignore her like she doesn't exist. And all the girls that I do ignore like they don't exist, it's because I feel like I have to. You feel me? Yeah, it's like, it's crazy though. It's like, I can't, you know, it confuses me at times. I remember, you know, because I shop at Polo, you know, like, y'all know how close Polo is to my heart. I'm even wearing Polo pants right now. I can't show you the Polo pants, Polo belts. But like, I can't show you the logo. But yeah, I went to Polo this other time, and the employees are mostly women, right? Women slightly older than me. Maybe in their 30s now. And one time I went in there and I didn't greet them. But like, I didn't greet them because it's like I won't say always there, but like I'm always checking out what they have in store. Even though I'm not buying, you know what I'm saying? I'm just looking like, what can I spend my money on? That's when I was back then, because now I'm not really into Polo buying. I feel like I got the validation I wanted. Like now it's building riches, right? But like, yeah, it's like I didn't greet them, especially this one girl, because I felt like it's just that thing. I'm always there. But like after making the choice of not greeting her, when I walked out, or before I walked out, she was like, yeah, today he's irritating me because he didn't even greet, you know what I'm saying? Obviously it was at me. So it's like, I'm in this constant, not cycle, but I have to watch what I do. Like, I have to be vigilant. But like, I feel like God has already entrusted it to me. And I look at myself like, once I do get married, I'm only gonna be more attractive to women because that's how they are. They want what they can't have. And since you do have a wife, but like, yeah, it's just, I have to learn how to turn women down. Also, what's a big thing, what I've also realized is I don't really believe in women friendships. So the women that I do friend zone, I'm gonna have to learn to keep it at this balance where it's like, yeah, we're friends, but we're not really friends. Not call me up, take you out friends, but like, yeah, we're friends. Yeah, it's just, you have to, like, as an attractive guy, you have that responsibility. And yeah, you're doing right in the eyes of God, you know, like, honestly. I feel everything I do, I feel like I have to do, like, yeah, at times you have to be truthful. I remember there's this certain girl, uh, she's related to my boss, right? Colored. But yeah, basically we had went out. I don't want to put it like that, but like basically, yeah, I'll just say we went out for lunch. It was me and her were talking, and she was asking me what type of woman I want. And I was like, you know, now I have to like, I want a slim, thick chick. I don't want to compromise. I'm going for good looks. Then she was like, people are gonna say that you only with this woman is only with you because you've got money. I was like, you know what? I don't care. Even if I'm with an average girl, I'm still gonna have to take money out. So yeah, I just want this type of girl. Then she said I'm shallow, right? Which was, she was trying to, what is it? I don't know the word, but like, if you understand. But like, yeah, like being truthful. Yeah, you're gonna come across as shallow, which I am, you know what I'm saying? I do want a good looking girl. I'm not. It's like also another thing about being an attractive guy, you have to be careful about setting the bar for women, because when women ask you, they're asking for themselves, right? Like, what's your type? And if you like, you know what, I only want yellow bone, 8, you must have a slim, thick body. I don't want no average. It's like, even though that's you and that's what you prefer, you have to maybe just avoid the question, because women perceive it different. They don't perceive it as, I'm willing to settle, but like, this is the type of girl I want. It's like, how dare you have a standard as a guy? That's how they take it in my eyes. So like, I've had to lay off that. But yeah, you'll be called shallow. What else, man? Like, yeah, older women, you'll just have to learn how to move. You have to be also, another trait you have to be an overlooker. Like, what I mean by being an overlooker, you have to give women passes. As I say, like, if women do touch you, or women do just something overt, like, you have to act like you didn't see it, right? Because paying attention to it or making it known that you see what's happening, it's gonna be an awkward situation you don't want to find yourselves in. It's getting a bit late. Let me just do this before we wrap it up. Brothers, sisters, y'all know how to move, but all my brothers, you have a big responsibility on your hands. It's like, don't choose the jerk way. A lot of women will treat you a certain way because they perceive or they know the type of value you have, right? Yeah, just always think about God in your interactions. You can flirt if you want to flirt, but just understand what you're doing. It's like, you reap what you sow. Yeah. I say all that to say, you'll know how to move. It's like, I've understood that being a good guy, right, is not women's fantasy. As Casey Zender was saying, I was like, women like to turn a bad guy good, but only for them. So I've understood that, at times I do want certain women to find me sexually attractive, but I'm gonna have to act a certain way which goes against God. So conclusion is, what? Be good, be a good guy, be friendly. Let them not see you in a certain light, but for the woman you want, act a certain way, right? Yeah, you have to learn how to move. There's certain times I feel like you're gonna feel preyed on, but like this is the reality. Like I want to, like, even with that guy I was telling you about, the homeless brother and what he was doing. I want to be attractive at the end of the day. I'm doing my most to be attractive. Now I want to speak better, look better, 100 times myself. I'm always self-developing. But yeah, like, women will find you attractive. A lot of women will come your way. Yeah, and you just have to be responsible, man. And also inspire the brothers. Never, yeah, you have to put the ego to the side, Know when to exercise the ego. And what I mean by that is, like, let me tell you about a certain situation before I jump off. A girl on one of the dating apps, it was Hinge, right? So with this girl, Hinge, you like a photo, then they decide if they match with you. So I liked one of her photos. Her whole bio was, I'm not looking for a relationship, but you win my heart over if you're kind. But like, also with women, they'll say they want this thing, but that's only to deceive you if you're up on game. But basically, she was like, she enjoys, one of the things she enjoyed was a sleep date. So because you're on dating apps, I already knew. I was like, that's the door I'm gonna enter in. So my first message to her was, what the hell is a sleep date? No hi, no whatever. Then she's like, hi, hi, hi. Hi, hi, hi. Not like as in hi, like as a HAI. Hi, hi, hi. That's not how we do things around here. Didn't your parents teach you respect? Don't disappoint them. So me getting that message, I was like, she wants to pull me into her frame. She's rage baiting me. So I responded on some, if you're gonna act this immature, just unmatch. I think that's what I said. And I really meant that, because I was like, what the hell? She could have, and like, I accept that I didn't greet. I don't feel like greeting really is needed, because a lot of girls, I've never like greeted them. I just went straight into convo, and because they were attracted to me, because they liked me, they didn't even mention it. But she could have been like, what did I want to say? She could have been like, I don't like that you didn't greet me, or something like that. But like, just to come with that energy. So I was like to her, if you're gonna be this immature, just unmatch. Then she's like, I'm not being immature, I'm being honest. And I will unmatch. I hate rude people. Do better. Something like that. And she unmatched, right? But with her, I feel like, or I know that she was attracted to me, right? But then because maybe in her past experience or whatever, guys treated her a certain way, and because I didn't greet her, she already took it as, this guy has ego, I have to humble him. Which I don't care, right? But yeah, this is the interactions you'll have. It's like, I wasn't going to spend my time explaining, like, oh, sorry, I didn't greet. Oh, my parents did teach me better. I do have respect. Now, like, F that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, like, she'll forever have the perception that I'm this guy, and it is what it is. One more story before I wrap it up. I went to Woolworths at Cresta. I'm in the line. Oh, I'm buying. Yeah, so it's the cashier and a lady who's helping out. They're both ladies, right? So the cashier's kind of nice. the attendant, let me call her that, she's just looking at me now, like kind of smiling. I'm wondering what's going on. She's like, your clothes are so rare. Where did you buy them? I'm like, my pants were rare, right? But like it was like, okay, I know where this is going. So I'm like, yeah, you have to be rare like that. You know what I'm saying? Always story it out. That's how I do it. But like, yeah. So then she's like, you know what? And this time, not to look down on her, but she's like maybe 38-year old. That's the age she looked. She's like, yeah, we must go dance sometime. We must go jive. So I had to downplay it on like, no, I don't jive anymore. I've been saved. Which is true, right? But like, why I'm laughing is, you have to, as I already explained, you have to downplay it. And I ended up telling them about God quoting verses. But like, I remember one of the brothers, he was telling me like, this other girl was drunk and she was on him, right? They were on the bus together and she was on him like, yo, let me get your number. Then he's like, I even had to lie and be on some, I have a girlfriend. I've never taken that far. I think it's too much of a stretch to be like, I have a girl when I don't. But like, I was like, damn, like she was pressing him that much, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, it's like, it's funny, but like, God blessed you because he knows you can handle it. And you should do well. So at the end of the day, when God judges you, he's happy by your actions. It's your boy, man. Peace.